Coming up, we have a couple stories from Silicon Valley Debug about police brutality. We also have a couple stories about cell phone use. They're trying to ban them in a couple places for young people, so stay tuned.
Oh boy, yeah, we yotv, we back here.
Youth culture, youth voices, youth power, coming at you.
What's happening? We yotv out here.
Before we go any further, I have to big up the magazine. You got looking.
Youth Outlook, chronicle of young people's lives in the Bay Area.
Known all over the Bay and beyond.
Got a lot of good stuff for you this time.
Yo! Good morning, evening, friends. I, of course, am Donnie Lumpkins. We're out here in I'm out here in an aquatic park. I'm looking for Ann. I don't really see her. She's around here somewhere. I think she's on her way. Let me just give her a call really quickly. Give me a second.
Oh, I like this song. Oh, T-Pain's good. Anyway. Hello? Yeah? No, I'm totally almost there, but I just got Paul. We got kind of lost. I'm looking up directions on my laptop right now and putting on some makeup because we're about to do the show. But I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, no. You. See, people don't know how to drive. Anyways, that guy almost tried to cut me off, but whatever. Yeah, but I'll be there really soon. Can you just intro the show without me? You can do it, Donnie. You got it. Okay. Bye, dude.
Dude. Jeez, I'm really glad they outlawed that. Well, at least for young people, 16 and 17-year-olds, talking on the phones or doing anything with electronics while driving. We went out to the TL to talk to some young people about how they feel about that. We also flipped it a little bit and saw a different demographic. We went to Lowell High School to figure out how they feel about it. But right now, you can see the TL interview, so check that out. So we're out here talking to, what's your name?
I'm Laura.
Laura, hi Laura. I don't know if you know this, but they just passed a bill trying to ban young people from using cell phones in their cars, but actually all electronic devices, people under 18. Do you have any feelings on that? Are you a driver?
No, I'm not a driver, but I do have feelings. I think that they shouldn't because it's a very big distraction.
What's your name and your age?
I'm Vu, I'm 21.
21. You're a driver at all?
Yes, I do drive.
You are a driver, good. So, they're trying to, California and a bunch of other places are trying to pass a law that'll prohibit young people under the age of 18 from driving with any sort of electronics, cell phones, iPods, anything like that. So how do you feel about that?
Honestly, I think that's a good idea because I notice sometimes when I drive, I tend to text people or talk on the phone and it's kind of a bad habit.
So we're out here talking to
Vishnu Chia.
Do you drive? You're a driver at all?
I don't drive.
You don't drive. So recently, they're trying to pass a law that will prevent people under the age of 18 from using electronics while driving. Do you have any feelings on that at all?
I mean, under 18, so why only under 18? Is that, it should be, if there's a law, it should be all ages because that is not fair.
Do you think the law should be universal, maybe apply to everyone?
I don't see why not. I mean, what difference does an 18 and under or compared to an older person?
What's your name?
Bianca.
And
Christina.
Christina. So we have two young drivers here? One young driver. Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but they're trying to pass a law in California that'll prohibit you from using your cell phone or any other type of electronic device while driving. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel it's right. Based on me, my mom calls me to see where I'm at and say I don't answer my cell phone while I'm driving, then she'll be worried.
How about you? Any ideas on the matter?
I think a lot of teens, they don't think of it, but a lot of accidents are caused because of people on cell phones and stuff.
So when she's driving, are you complaining get off your phone?
Yeah.
You are. You're one of those. What's your name?
Elizabeth.
Are you a driver at all?
No.
No. Well, they're trying to ban cell phone use, people under 18. Actually, all electronics. Do you have any feelings about that?
People who's under 18?
Yeah, from banning them.
I wouldn't think you can because cell phone is an important use and teenagers like their cell phone. Even though it's dangerous, they wouldn't care because cell phones can be their life. Or if you need directions, you don't have a GPS system, you can call for directions.
Basically, I think that if they pass that law, that us teenagers aren't even going to listen to it.
So sitting in the passenger seat, rolling down the streets, what is the craziest thing you've seen people do while driving?
I guess it would be people just listening to their music and bobbing their heads and dancing.
You know, you peek into someone's car. What's the worst you've seen people do?
Eat while driving on cell phones and putting on makeup.
I seen one lady pick her nose and eat it.
Ew. That is gross. I saw someone brush her teeth too while driving. Yes.
Where do you spit?
I don't know. Probably outside the window, and that's illegal. Right?
All kinds of illegal.
Yes.
What's the craziest thing you've done while driving? Like the most you've done?
Eat in and out on the phone while driving barefoot.
What's the craziest you've seen while driving?
Oh, I've seen people with their like 2 legs up, and I'm like, what are they using to push the pedals? See?
Is there anything else? Any other opinions you have on this topic before we play this awesome game of tic-tac-toe?
Drive safely.
Anne is still not here. I don't know where she is. Hopefully she'll be back after the break. I don't know. We'll see. Impression. Give me more. Give me more.
Give me more. Give me more. I'm just joking. We've arrived. YOTV is back in here, and we're just dancing with Donnie. All right, I am Ann. We have Paul Beasley here with us again. You know this space, and we know you missed it, so we had to bring it back. I was driving. It was crazy, but the makeup is all on.
And we got yo thoughts. We need to do yo.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Focus.
Next up, we're going to switch the demographic a little bit. Last time we talked to the kids in the TL. Now we're going to go out to Lowell High School. We'll say more privileged than the kids in the TL, so check that out. So we're out here talking to 2 young ladies. What are your names?
Elizabeth.
Elsa.
Can you guys drive at all?
No. I'm not allowed to until I'm 18.
Oh, okay. See, well, here's the thing, is that California and some other states are trying to ban young people from using any sort of electronics while driving. That includes iPods, cell phones, laptop computers, toasters, anything. You guys have any feelings on that at all?
Well, I don't think they should be banned.
What's your name?
Vanessa.
Vanessa, and how old are you?
I'm 17.
Do you drive at all?
I have my permit, but yeah, I drive. Okay.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this, but California and a couple other states are trying to pass a law that would prohibit you from using any sort of electronics while driving. That includes cell phones, iPods, and that kind of thing. Do you have any feelings on that?
I think that's wrong because personally I like to listen to my music when I'm driving, you know. Keep my tunes up, but I think it's really dumb.
So do you feel like that's a distraction though, using your iPod or on the phone in the car?
I don't think so because I usually have my set playlist, and so I already know what I'm going to be listening to. I don't have to be changing and putting the volume or whatever. So yeah.
The age limit is 18, so anyone under that, over that, you're fine. You can text and talk and eat a hot dog all the way.
But then they both passed the same test, and they're both as good drivers and everything. They got accepted.
It's pretty specific for people under the age of 18. Do you feel like it should be only youngsters, or?
I think it should be for everyone then if they're going to do that, because they can't just be discriminating against one age bracket.
So we're still out here at Lowell talking to young people. I mean, you know this guy. That's Silvano. And we have 3 other people. Just give us your names really quickly. I'll just put the mic down.
I'm Aaron. Leo.
I'm Eve.
3 members of the Fall Out Boy. What happened, what we're talking about today is they're trying to ban young people from using any sort of electronics while driving. That's cell phones, iPods, that kind of stuff. Do you guys have any opinions on it?
Well, of course that's a good idea, but I mean, it should also just be a ban on anyone using those while driving. I mean, sure, teenagers are the cause of a lot of accidents, but I mean, so are adults that are using cell phones while driving.
Anyone else?
Well, I think at the same time, this is sort of the first step to banning it for everyone. I've been driving for 2 years, and I've gotten into 1 accident, and I was text messaging when I crashed.
What was so important that couldn't wait until at least the stop sign?
I was at a stop sign. It was nothing. I mean, it's just one of those things where it was the second day after I'd gotten my license. And when you first get your license, your judgment isn't very good. And I think that's probably part of why they make this law for people under 18, is because a 40-year-old is going to have much better judgment while driving than a 16-year-old.
I hear that. That makes sense. So how about you, Silvano? Do you have any good opinions on this?
I don't drive. I think it's okay to ban all electronics. Ban it all. Don't let them use the steering wheel.
So you're sitting in the passenger seat, like you guys do, because neither are drivers, and you look over to the driver's seat of someone else's car. What's the craziest thing you've seen people do while driving?
Eat. Eat. They do many things. People put their makeup on. People eat. People talk to other people.
Yeah, what do they eat? What have you seen?
They eat food.
That's amazing. Imagine that. So like not like pieces of the car?
No.
No one chewing on carburetors or anything? So like cell phone? No. Hot dog? Yes.
Like if you're texting, no. No texting.
A
But
Bluetooth
yeah, like hands
That's
free.
illegal as well. They
That's
can't use that. Yeah. Young people can't.
That's crazy. No, I mean,
You can still drive and talk on the phone if you
as long
want.
as you're not texting, it's okay. But yeah, that's stupid.
What's the craziest thing you've seen people do while driving? What's the most insane, weird thing?
Mr. Put on your pants while driving.
How about you?
People applying makeup while listening to music and talking on their cell phone.
People dancing and singing and thinking no one else can see them or nose picking. Yeah, that's a big one. Yeah.
How about what's the craziest thing you've seen looking over into someone else's car while they're driving?
I seen a guy shaving once. That was kind of weird. He was all trying to, get those hairs that stick out back here. It was really crazy.
What's the craziest thing you've seen while somebody was driving? What's the most insane driving antics that you've seen?
I don't know what the show is. You got it. Yeah, I got it. I don't know what the show's rated, but I've seen people doing some nasty things while they drive. I don't know if I can say it on TV, but
I think we got your idea.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
You got the gist.
And that's the worst I've seen. So.
I hear that. Donnie, tell them what to do. You should go to newamericanmedia.org. We're gonna go to another commercial break. I'm tired. Good job.
I'm here with Ann McLovin.
Oh,
My name is Paul B.
Paul McLevin.
And coming up next, what we got, Ann?
We are taking you back to San Jose, reintroducing you to a story that Deba had covered a little while ago about police brutality that happened to the Custodio family. So go ahead and check it out and learn a little bit more.
Cut out.
I like to say I represent all people of the community, young and old. We are the everyday people. And this is not a Filipino issue. This is not a black or brown issue. This is a community issue. We are tired of being victimized when we call the police for them to help us. We are tired of the abuse and all the racial profiling that is going on in our communities. And we want to say, all of us here want to say we are tired of it and we are not going to stand for it no more. And with that said, I want everyone to say no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace! And we ain't going to stop until we get it.
Well, this is a situation where we had law-abiding people in the community sitting in a car and police officers coming up to them and really taking extreme actions when it didn't seem to be warranted. We had one member of the family tasered with a taser weapon. We had another member of the family being abused by the police, having her head pushed against an auto, and then the other family member being tasered also. This is a case involving excessive force by the police. It's a case where really, the way we see it, charges should be filed against the police officers and all charges should be dropped against the family members. My understanding is that there are resisting arrest charges that are pending against the family. They're saying that the members of the family resisted arrest and that's why they had to use force, but we don't think that's the case.
But bringing accountability to the police department is something that really needs to happen, and with these kind of events happening, hopefully it'll bring it to the public's attention.
I'm Ramel and Marlo's uncle, and I've known Mary Lou Custodio since 1983. This family is a good, hardworking family. They were involved in this situation where we shouldn't even be here today. This should never have happened.
Thank you very much for coming out today and supporting us. My mother, my three brothers, and I have been going through a lot of difficult times, and your presence here today has been a great source of strength for us. Thank you.
All right, now we're going to check out a commercial break, but on the way back, we're going to hear more from the Custodio family and another protest they went to.
another Silicon Valley debug thing. You guys, while we're gone, check out their website at siliconvalleydebug.org.
Recently in San Jose, they had a march from the courthouse to City Hall. They're trying to ban police brutality, specifically tasers. Silicon Valley Debug did a story on that, and they went down there to talk to some people, so check that out.
The reason why we're here in front of the DA's office is we want the prosecuting attorneys to drop the charges and charge the police. Can you imagine that the folks that have been fallen victim to police brutality are the ones that are charged and are the ones that are incarcerated and put away? We're here to say drop those charges and prosecute the ones that really need to be held accountable, and that's SJPD.
Now, I had this interaction with a police officer in which I was discussing with him the institution of police, and I gave him multiple examples. Obviously this was a blow to his ego or something, because 3 hours later I came out of Tower Records. He waited for us, me and my two friends, followed us home, pulled my friend over for her tags, and then was asking me for my identification. Another officer had come to the window, and now the whole tune had changed. He was telling me to get out of the car. I refused since he hadn't given me an ample reason, which is under my constitutional and, bigger than that, my human rights. The officer then proceeded to tase me in the neck. They dragged me out. Because I know there's a long history of brutalizing and attempting to kill Africans like myself, I said I'm not resisting. For that, I was greeted with 3 more tasers and then took into jail where I was then tortured.
Thank you everybody for being out here to hold the police accountable for their brutal actions that they've inflicted on not just Noreen and her father, not just the custodials, not just myself, but I'm sure a lot of people who are here, and that's why you're out here. So this is the call for police accountability. It's not just going to stop here, but we need to ban tasers immediately. I believe there's 268 deaths. You can look at all of these things we have behind us, and it's not going to stop until we do something immediately. Yesterday,
we have 5 deaths already in San Jose. We're doing this march and this rally and this campaign so we don't have to be here again when number 6 happens. This is a recruiting mission. This is just a campaign launch. So what we're going to be doing is marching. We're going over to all the institutions that we know have power over tasers, power over the police, power over city politics. So we started here in front of Dolores Carr's office because she has the power to prosecute these officers that are literally killing our community members and dropping the charges against innocent family members. And we want them to know about it and let them know that we know where to go. So we're going to start off here. We're going to be marching to San Pedro. We're going right. We're going to go up Mission to the San Jose Police Department so that they know that we're not afraid of them, so that they know that we'll come to their front door just like they come to ours. And although they bring brutality and violence and death to our doors, we're going to bring justice, truth, and the families to their doors. And we are stronger because of it. Justice for the custodials! Justice for the custodials! Justice for Steve Salinas! Justice for Steve Salinas!
You know, they tried to take her spirit away when they murdered her father in cold blood. A naked man, killed, tased to death. But, you know, we're out here, and we're gonna help her find justice. So right now, everybody needs to show love for the fighting Noreen Salinas.
I'd like to say thank you for everybody coming out here today supporting my father's campaign. It's obvious that we're here for justice and to do the right thing, for the truth as well. I'm going to fight this all the way till the end, till I get the right answers.
After the San Jose Police Department, we're going to go to First Street, let the rest of this city know that we're out here, let the rest of the city know that they have people they can go to when they be victimized or brutalized by the police, and we're going to ask them to join us. We're going to be giving them informational sheets about tasers. We're going to be asking them to sign up on our petitions, to sign up on our list so that they can get involved and come to meetings. And we're going to take all that energy that we build up, all the energy that we're drawing from the community, all the way to City Hall. We're hiding behind these new glass buildings that they built. And we're going to let them know that there's an entire united community
across all ethnic backgrounds that is asking them to put down this lethal weapon and start bringing us the justice that we deserve so desperately.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's show. YoTV does it and we do it hard. We even got Boss here. He's a killer. Just kidding. Anyways, we will be on again at 12:30 a.m. next Sunday, so go ahead and check us out in case you missed us. Go ahead and look for us on the web. We're at videogoogle.com, and we're also at youthoutlook.org, so go ahead and check it out. Contribute your art, your articles, your videos, and all that good stuff.
It's going both ways.
Donnie will be back, Paul Beasley will be back, and so will I. So go ahead and check us out next time on YoTV.
How's it going, everyone? It is 12:30 o'clock, so you know what time it is. It's time for YoTV. Of course, I am Donnie, and usually there's Ann somewhere around me. She's around this tall. I don't know what she... So recently in San Jose, they had a march from the courthouse to City Hall to talk about banning flailing hands.
Look at him. Thinks that Mike is an animal. It's like fuzzy, furry.
Must